सो हेलो एवरीवन, इस लेक्चर में मैं आपको नीट का कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट पीवाईक्यू कराने वाला हूं जो नीट में आने की इसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी बहुत ज़्यादा है। और ये जो मैं पीवाईक्यू जो क्वेश्चन उठाया हूं वो नीट के कुछ जो एनसीईआरटी है, एनसीईआरटी के कुछ हिडन लाइन से मैं उठाया हूं जिस पर बच्चे कम नज़र जाते हैं या वो उसको स्किप कर देते हैं। तो नीट से पहले आप इस क्वेश्चन को ज़रूर से सॉल्व करके जाए और ये क्वेश्चन आपके नीट के एग्ज़ाम में बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्रूशियल रोल प्ले करेगी। और ये जो क्वेश्चन है वो नीट में ये क्वेश्चन आपके नीट के एग्ज़ाम में बहुत ही ज़्यादा क्रूशियल रोल प्ले करेगी। और ये जो क्वेश्चन है वो नीट में मल्टीपल टाइम्स रिपीटेड टाइम वो रिपीट हुए हैं। सो इसको आप नीट से पहले ज़रूर ये सब क्वेश्चन को करके जाएं। तो now let's come to the first question. Which of the following is not a characteristic of living organism? Then is metabolism, growth, death and reproduction. And what's the correct option? In every question only 10 seconds. So please write correct option in the comment box. Now the correct option is death. As for NCERT, metabolism, growth and reproduction are the characteristic of living organism, but death is not a characteristic of living organism. Now let's move to the second question. Who is considered the father of taxonomy? Aristotle, Linnaeus, Darwin or Mendel? Option is Linnaeus, and Linnaeus also developed a binomial system of classification. Please remember this. Now correct sequence of taxonomic hierarchy from general to specific. Option A is correct, option B is correct, option C is correct, or option D is correct. Please write in the comment box. So the correct option is B. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. This is the right option. Now, which of the following includes prokaryotic organism? Kingdom include prokaryotic organism: Protista, Monera, fungi or Plantia. Which is correct? The correct option is Monera. Bacteria is the representative members of kingdom Monera, so the right option is Monera. Now, fungi differ from plant because they are autotrophic, contain chlorophyll, are heterotrophic, reproduce only asexually. Which is correct? Fungi differ from plant because they are heterotrophic. All plants are autotrophic except insectivorous plant, but fungi are heterotrophic because they depend on dead remains for their nutrition. So the correct option is C. Euglena is classified in which kingdom? Monera, Protista, Plantae or Fungi? Which is correct? The correct option is Protista, because in angiosperm is before fertilization, after double fertilization, after pollination only, independent of fertilization. Which is correct? Endosperm develop after double fertilization because male sperm has polarity N plus they fuse they fuse with central cell have polarity 2N to form 3N. That means this is the polarity of endosperm. The polarity of endosperm is 3N. So the endosperm developed after double fertilization. Which of the following is the characteristic of red algae? A. Alternation of generation. B. Contain phycoerythrin. C. Centriole present. D. Store starch as amylopectin. Which is correct? The correct option is contain phycoerythrin. All red algae contain phycoerythrin. Now, question number 12. Male gamete in angiosperm is ovule, embryo sac, pollen grain, and seed, which is correct. Male gamete, ovule is a female gametophyte and pollen grain is male gametophyte, so the correct option is C. Female gametophyte develop from microspore, megaspore, ovule, or ovary. Female gametophyte develop after the mitotic differentiation of megaspore. So megaspore, when megaspore differentiate to form micro functional megaspore to form and this functional embryo sac develop into female gametophyte. So the correct option is megaspore, B option. Which type of pollination involves self pollination between the flower of the same plant? Autogamy, heterogamy, genogamy, and cross pollination. Which is correct? Autogamy between flower of the same plant, and heterogamy between different flower of the same plant. Genogamy, different flower of different plant but belongs to same species is xenogamy, and cross pollination, different flower different plant species, this is cross pollination. So the correct option is genogamy. Dot fertilization involve A, B, C, or D? Egg plus sperm only, egg plus sperm, and central cell plus sperm, only two sperm, only egg plus two sperm. Which is correct? The correct option is B. Egg plus sperm. Egg plus sperm form central cell. Egg plus sperm what form? Central cell. Egg plus sperm form zygote. Egg plus sperm form zygote. Further zygote fuse with central cell to form endosperm. Large colorful flowers rich in nectar are adapted for wind pollination, water pollination, insect pollination, and self pollination. Which is correct? The correct option is C, insect pollination. Insect pollination, the flower pollinated by insect is rich in nectar, rich in color, because this color attract insect for the pollination. Sporopollenin is carbohydrate, biodegradable polymers, resistant biopolymers, and lipid. Which is correct? The correct option is resistant polymer, because sporopollenin is one of the hardest substance. Which outbreeding device prevents self pollination? Heterostely, homogamy, cleistogamy, heteronogamy. Which is correct? Which is correct? The correct option is heterostely, because heterostely means different in the length of a style, so and different length promote cross pollination. So the correct option is option A is heterostely. Hormone that triggers ovulation. Which hormone triggers ovulation? FSH, LS, progesterone, or estrogen? The correct option is LH, because and is also known as LH surge, and at LH surge ovum released from the ovary, this is known as ovulation. Spermatogenesis occur in ovary, testis, fallopian tube, or uterus? Spermatogenesis occur in ovary, testis, fallopian tube, or uterus? The correct option is B, testis. Now question 21. Oogenesis begin at puberty, at fertilization, during embryonic development, after menopause. Which is correct? oogenesis generally develop during the embryonic development and form primary oocytes before birth. So the correct option is C. Fertilization occur in ovary, uterus, fallopian tube, and vagina. Correct option is fertilization occur in fallopian tube. A structure that nourishes embryo: amnion, yolk sac, placenta, umbilicus. Which is correct? The correct option is placenta. Placenta is responsible for both providing nutrition to the embryo as well as removal of waste material from the embryo. Which method is example of barrier contraception? A. Pills, B. Condoms, C. IUCD, and D is vasectomy. Which is correct option? The correct option is B. Condom is the barrier method that prevent contraception. Fertilized egg develop into embryo, gamete, zygote, and follicles. Fertilized egg develop into. As we know, fertilized egg develop into zygote further develop into embryo further develop into what? Embryo further develop into fetus. So the correct option is zygote. Euglena is unicellular eukaryotes and they exhibit both the characteristic of plants and animals. So they are protist because they are unicellular eukaryotes. Now 7th question. Let's move to the 7th question. In which kingdom do organisms have chitin in their cell wall? Plant, fungi, protista, or monera? The correct option is fungi. For fungi, chitin is a structural polymers of structural polysaccharide in fungi cell wall. So the right option is B. Which plant group has dominant gametophytic generation? Bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, and angiosperm. Which is correct? The most dominant gametophytic generation so by bryophytes. So an type of gametophytic generation because bryophytes are haploid. So the correct option is A. Angiosperm are characterized by A. nectar seed, B. spores, C. seeds enclosed in fruits, and no seed. Which is correct option? The correct option is seed enclosed in fruit because in gymnosperm seed develop but seed is not enclosed within the fruit, but in angiosperm seed develop and this seed are enclosed within the fruit. So the correct option is C. Now endosperm developed in now these are some preparation take for these chapters. For first you have to read NCERT line by line. Most questions are directly based on NCERT facts. And second, you have to remind in mind that practice every previous year question chapter wise from 2016 to 2025. And third, learn diagram, flower structure, and embryo sac as leveled question often appears. And fourth, solve MCQ with reasoning. Example: why genogamy still result in selfing. And fifth, keep a one-page list of key terms: dominant generation, pollination type, and hormones roles. So हम लोग अब नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में मिलेंगे जिसमें आपको कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट PYQ कराऊंगा. देखो ये जो है ना मेनली हम 5 चैप्टर का क्लास 11 और क्लास 12 के 5 चैप्टर का कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट PYQ कराऊंगा जो नीट में आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी बहुत ही ज़्यादा है. सो प्लीज़ आप इसको स्किप नहीं करना, आप इसको इस लेक्चर को देख कर ही जाना.